In today's Pravachan, Maharaj lovingly reminds us that true sadhana is not abstract or distant, but made up of tangible, attainable practices that we must pursue with sincerity. He emphasizes 4 core elements of spiritual discipline. First, Saguna Bhakti. Second, humility. Third, Anna-Daan. And fourth, Ceaseless Nama-Smarana. These are not merely spiritual accessories, but the very path itself. Maharaj does not just speak of lofty ideals, but of a daily rhythm of self-observation, emotional purification, and practical devotion. Like a compassionate guru, he urges us to reflect nightly, to avoid fault-finding, and to anchor the mind in God through nama. He speaks not from theory, but from personal absorption in bhajan, a state of oneness we are all capable of, as he assures us. To deepen this insight, we reflect on the life of a great Sri Vaishnava saint, Sri Parashara Bhattar, whose devotion and humility offer a living illustration of these fourfold principles in action. When performing bhajan, I used to be oblivious of everything except God. I want you to be so too when you perform bhajan, and I say this with the full confidence that you can develop this single-pointed concentration. You should frequently introspect to find out your own faults and defects, and realizing their mountainous proportions, make strenuous efforts to eradicate them. It is common human nature quickly to notice faults in others, and to belittle, even justify and condone one's own. 2 things should be done to counter this tendency. One is to stop forthwith making any calumnious reference to others. The other is to take stock, at bedtime every night, of the time and energy spent during the day on the effort to attain God, and conversely, that spent on maligning others. This 2-pronged effort will quickly purify the mind. Associating with the godly is another means to purify the heart. Now, it is by no means easy to spot a saint in life. An easier and surer thing is to take recourse to a saint's discourses or book, such as the Dasaboddha. Sri Samartha has categorically assured the reader that one who reads it with complete faith will get the benefit of association with him. That is, Sri Samartha himself. Saints indeed do not truly manifest themselves in the corporeal body, so much as in their teaching, the sadhana they advocate. Sri Samartha has advised 4-fold sadhana. One aspect is that we should adopt Saguna worship, which alone can eventually lead us to realizing nirguna. For though it is the ultimate reality, nirguna cannot be directly encompassed or realized. The second aspect of sadhana is humility of spirit. Pride puts God away, while one who approaches him with humility becomes dear to him. The third part of sadhana is distribution of food, Anna-Daan, to the best of one's capacity. This is most essential in the present degenerate age. The fourth part is ceaseless remembrance of nama. This is the invaluable gift the saints have devised for us. One who has in the true sense met a saint, a sadguru, will cease to feel that he has anything yet to achieve. He has no sadhana to perform except doing what the sadguru orders or desires. That, in fact, constitutes a pilgrimage or paramartha for him. Nothing else ever even enters his mind. Sri Parashara Bhattar, who lived during the 11th and 12th centuries of the Common Era, a luminary in the Sri Vaishnava tradition, embodied these 4 elements of sadhana in his every breath. Once, a wealthy scholar challenged Bhattar, accusing him of overemphasizing devotion and neglecting philosophical rigor. Bhattar responded humbly but firmly, "My learning is not for showing off, but for serving Ranganatha. Without bhakti, even the Vedas are hollow." Saguna Bhakti Bhattar worshipped Lord Ranganatha of Srirangam with immense personal affection. He treated the deity not just as God, but as family, addressing him with sweetness, not distance. His poetic work, Sri Ranganatha Stotram, is a radiant example of Saguna devotion leading toward the infinite. Humility. Despite his brilliance, Bhattar never boasted. Even when appointed as the chief priest of Srirangam, he would sweep the temple floors, saying, "What goes to the Lord must pass over my head first." Anna-Daan Bhattar's home was open to all. He often delayed his own meals to ensure no visitor left hungry. This act was not just generosity, it was service to God in the hungry. Nama-Smarana, constantly chanting the names of Ranganatha, Narayana and Lakshmi, Bhattar would be heard whispering even in sleep, Govinda, Govinda. To him, Nama was not ritual, it was the pulse of life itself. Through these actions, Bhattar did not simply teach sadhana, he lived it. He was the very embodiment of Maharaj's message. Surrender to Guru's path, be humble, serve, and live in Nama. Maharaj's Pravachan today shines with quiet urgency. He doesn't offer complexity, he offers clarity. Worship the Saguna Lord, walk in humility, serve with love, and never let go of Nama. Parashara Bhattar's life is a mirror of this teaching. He shows us that even a scholar can become childlike in devotion. Even when revered, he chose surrender over stature and Nama over noise. Let us today reflect sincerely. Are we repeating Nama with longing? Are we living our bhakti, or just doing it externally? Are we humble enough to let go of judging others and start cleaning our own hearts? Maharaj says, do what the sadguru prescribes, no more, no less. Let this be our mantra. Let us live these 4 aspects: bhakti, humility, dana and nama, as Bhattar did, and may God become not a goal, but our breath.